Hey YouTube, this is Sergio. I just wanted to make a quick video on how I keep track of my rental income. This may be a simple subject for some of you, but for others it may be something new, something different. I just want to share the way I do it, the way I've been doing it for the last 2 years. Hope this may help somebody out there that's managing several rental properties. So when is rent paid? I collect rent on the first of the month. If I rent a property on another day that is not the first of the month, I simply prorate the amount that the tenant will pay on the first month's rents. Before, when I started, I used to collect rent whenever I rented the property. For example, if I rented the property on the 15th, every 15th I would collect the rent. If another tenant in another property moved in on the 26th, I would collect the rent on the next 26th. This became a hassle to keep control of everyone. Everybody had different due dates, so I just moved everybody to the first, and I now prorate. So the way this works, I'm gonna explain a little bit of math. So if I have a property that rents for $800 a month, and the tenant moves in on the 10th of the month, for example, I simply divide 800 by the 30 days in a month, and then multiply by the amount of days they will use that month. Excuse me. So in this example, it's 800 divided by 30. It's $26.66. Then I multiply the daily amounts by the 20 days that are left. So they're gonna use 20 days from the 10th to the 30th. So it's $26.66 times 20. It's $533. So the tenant before moving in will pay $533 plus 1 month's rent for deposit. So 800 plus the 533, and then their rent. So if they move in on the 10th, they're gonna pay the 533 plus the 800, and then on the first next month they will pay 1 month's full rents. So I've been using this system for, like I mentioned, about 2 years. It's a lot better, trust me, than having different days, different due dates. The tenants seem to like it. Every first I collect rent, and it's easier to control and manage. So how do I collect the rents? This system might not apply for everyone. I know not everyone has an actual business, a brick and mortar business, that they can use this strategy. Before, I would collect the rent myself, or I would have the tenants deposits, direct deposit. But since I have a brick and mortar business, my convenience store, that tenants stop by the store to drop off the rent every first of the month. So it's easy and convenient for everyone. So here I give you an example. Here I'm providing an example on what I use as far as the receipts. I bought these receipt books on Sam's Club. I don't know if everybody has Sam's Club in their local city, but these books have helped me a lot. I included these tabs that you can see here, just regular tabs that I bought at Walmart. I labeled them with the addresses, and I also on the cover added all the properties that are there, and also the year. In between addresses, I left a few pages, a year's worth of receipts, so that every time a tenant comes, my cashiers can provide the tenant with the receipts from these books. So the process after receiving the rent, after verifying the amount is correct with the tenant, my clerk hands them a receipt, and then they put the money that they get in an envelope that I provide. Here is an example. Here they miss the dates. They should put the dates, address, the name of the person providing the rent, the tenants, the amount, and the initials of who received it. Then they take a picture of this envelope and they send it to me via WhatsApp. I have this so I can keep track of who has paid and who has not paid. I also keep in my calendar on my phone all the rents, all the due dates on the first. So I start checking them off. Once I start seeing the pictures come in, I start checking them off. So I know that they have paid and they're not delinquents. And then after they take the picture, my clerks drop it in the safe, and that's it for them. So after I collect the rents from the safe, whenever I run to a store, I go to the bank and deposit the rents, and the receipt that the bank provides me with, I put it inside the envelope. This helps me keep track of the rents that I have deposited. The envelopes are then filed accordingly. So after coming back to the office, I have all the envelopes with receipts inside the envelopes, and then I just file the envelopes in each folder for the address. Before, I also learned this process. Before, if I would collect, let's say, 5 rents of $1,000, I would just go and deposit the $5,000 all together. But then a month later, if I had any questions of when I deposited that specific rent, I wouldn't know, because I would only see $5,000 deposited into the account. So now, every time I go to the bank, if I have 10 deposits or 20 deposits, I deposit them one by one to the account. I have one account, one rental income account, but I deposit each rent individually. That way, I can always go back to my online banking and verify all the deposits. If I have a deposit for $350, that deposit should be there. If I have a deposit for $1,500, it should be there. They're just easy tricks that we can implement to make our lives easier. So the last step is using. I don't use the receipt book to fill this report out. I do this report on my own. I use the actual envelope and the bank deposit slip to fill out this report. So this report is basically up to date until August. It shows all the rents that I have received. I have it by month and by property. So in January, I received $34,400, which was $20,000 from a property that I sold. $20,000 down payment property that I sold. The ones in white are properties that have been sold, and these are blank because I did not buy the property until August. And these 4 are blanks because I no longer rent the taco stand. I hired somebody and am running it. We are running it with the help of an employee. So I am no longer receiving rents, but I am receiving sales of the food that is being sold there. And then these on Canvasback are blank because I sold this property also. And this will be blank because I also sold this property. So Casa del Sol, I received a down payment. I was renting at $1,100 up until March, and then in April I received a $30,000 down payment. And then I received a $1,500 payment, and then $40,000 payment. So right now I believe they have a balance about $14,000 that they owe me. It's almost paid off. So I believe it will be paid in September, or if not in October. But this rental income report has helped me tremendously because it helps me keep track for the end of the year, so I can file my taxes. I know exactly how much rent I received for each property, and then here I plugged in the formula, so I have the totals for each property up to date, the year-to-date totals, and then the year-to-date total of all the portfolio. So these are the sixplex complex, and this is my convenience store, number one. This is the rent that I pay myself for running that store. So if you have any questions, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share for more content. If you have any questions, don't feel free to ask me. I can be contacted via the comment section. I'm trying to grow this channel. I love talking about this subject, real estate. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a comment. Peace, guys. Thanks.